Dear listeners, welcome to episode 14 of Oliver the Time Traveler. In this episode, we rejoin Oliver on the cursed ship, sailing through the infinite skies. Let us quickly return to the ship's deck, where the two men find themselves bound by their own curses and missions. As the ship glides through the open ocean, its sails billowing in the wind, the captain turns to Oliver with a solemn, yet friendly expression. Already we have spoken a lot, but let me introduce myself. I am Captain Van der Decken, master of this ship. Who are you? His gaze shifts from the starry heavens to the endless horizon of the ocean, a melancholic look in his eyes. The captain's introduction holds a sense of reverence for the ship and its enduring journey, a journey that is as much a part of him as the air he breathes. The captain realizes he has never seen Oliver anywhere before, and wonders if this is the person who can break the doomed curse that rests on him and the ship. With curiosity in his voice, the captain asks Oliver again, "Who are you?" With a nod of understanding, Oliver meets the captain's gaze and offers a faint smile. "I'm Oliver," he introduces himself, his voice carrying a mixture of relief and caution. "I find myself in these extraordinary circumstances, much like you and your ship. While I don't yet fully understand how or why, I'm drawn to the mysteries that surround us." He pauses for a moment, choosing his words carefully as he navigates the delicate balance between revealing and preserving his own secrets. "There's a purpose to my journey," Oliver continues, his eyes thoughtful. "And like you, I am seeking answers. It seems that our paths have converged for a reason." Beneath the shimmering moonlight, Oliver turns to Captain Van der Decken, a glimmer of understanding in his eyes. "You see," he begins, his voice steady and sincere, "much like your unending search for a safe harbor, I too am on a quest to find my way back home." He gestures toward the expanse of stars above them, their shimmering brilliance a reflection of the mysteries that bind them together. "Just as your ship sails across the vast ocean, I find myself adrift in time and space. My journey, like yours, is guided by a yearning to uncover the truths that can set me free." Oliver's words hang in the air, the weight of shared purpose and unspoken empathy connecting their stories. In the quiet of the night, on a ship cursed to sail without end, two souls find themselves united by the echoes of their quests, for home, for answers, for a respite from the currents that ensnare them. Captain Van der Decken's eyes light up with a glimmer of intrigue and a touch of delight as he hears Oliver's words. "You know," he responds, his voice carrying a sense of shared understanding, "it's a curious twist of fate that we find ourselves on similar paths, bound by the threads of our quests." He looks toward the stars above, their distant glow mirroring the mysteries that both of them seek to unravel. "Perhaps," the captain continues, "in our shared plight, we might hold the keys to each other's salvation. Our knowledge and experiences could be the missing pieces to breaking these curses that bind us." With an animated sparkle in his eyes, Captain Van der Decken claps his hands together, a gesture that seems to conjure an air of magic around them. As if in response to his command, two tables appear on the deck, adorned with a lavish spread of the finest foods and drinks. The aroma of delectable dishes mingles with the salt-kissed breeze, creating an ambience of both indulgence and camaraderie. Oliver and the captain take their seats, their conversation flowing effortlessly as they savor the sumptuous feast before them. The moonlight bathes the scene in a soft glow, illuminating their faces as they share stories and experiences. The night sky, adorned with stars that seem to listen intently, serves as a silent witness to the exchange between two kindred spirits. As they drink and dine on exotic fruits, savory dishes, Oliver and the captain talk of their respective worlds, the challenges they've faced, and the curiosities that have driven them to seek answers. Laughter mingles with the gentle sound of the waves as they recount tales of their adventures, finding common ground in their pursuit of understanding and liberation. Under the starlit canvas of the sky, the hours pass by in a blur, and yet time seems to stretch in their company, creating a sense of connection that transcends the boundaries of their cursed existence. As Oliver and Captain Van der Decken continue their engrossing conversation, the horizon slowly begins to shift. The velvety darkness of the night yields to the soft hues of dawn, and a warm glow bathes the ship in a tender embrace. The ocean stretches out before them, its vastness a testament to the mysteries it holds. Yet, even as the sun rises, there's a sense of impending change in the air. A shift in the atmosphere is palpable, carried by a subtle alteration in the wind's tone. The once calm sea takes on a more restless rhythm, the waves growing in intensity as if echoing the growing turbulence within Oliver's own thoughts. However, the tranquility is short-lived. The sky, once painted with shades of pink and gold, begins to darken as heavy clouds gather, obscuring the sun's gentle rays. A distant rumble of thunder reverberates through the air, a reminder that nature's whims can shift as suddenly as the tides. The ship's sails flap restlessly, responding to the change in weather. Oliver and Captain Van der Decken exchange a knowing glance, a mutual understanding passing between them. The calm before the storm serves as a stark reminder that their lives, much like the sea itself, are subject to forces beyond their control. Yet, as they brace themselves for the tempest that looms on the horizon, there's a resilience in their spirits, a shared resolve to face whatever challenges lie ahead, together. The wind gains strength, howling through the rigging and carrying with it the scent of rain and salt. The waves, once gentle, now rise and fall with an untamed energy, their crests crowned with frothy whitecaps. The ship, a vessel bound by a curse as much as by its wooden frame, begins to pitch and sway in response to the tempest's fury. The storm mirrors the tumultuous currents of their own lives, a reminder that their quests for resolution and freedom are fraught with challenges. The captain's laughter rings out like a joyful melody amidst the growing storm. His hands come together in a resounding clap, and with that simple gesture, the remnants of their meal vanish, leaving the deck pristine once more. As if choreographed by magic, Captain Van der Decken steps gracefully back to the helm, his hands gripping the steering wheel with a sense of purpose. In an instant, the ship responds to his touch, a testament to the profound connection between captain and vessel. The wooden planks beneath their feet tremble slightly as the ship begins to ascend, its massive sails unfurling and catching the wind with a triumphant whoosh. The vessel takes flight once more, casting off the constraints of the ocean's surface to soar through the skies. The sails billow with newfound energy, and the ship rides the wind with an exhilarating grace. The very heart of the storm seems to yield to the captain's command, the tumultuous elements parting ways as if to allow him passage. Raindrops dance around them, the patter of drops against wood creating a rhythmic symphony that blends seamlessly with the song of the wind. Despite the tempest that rages around them, a sense of tranquility settles upon the deck. The ship glides through the air with an elegance that defies the chaos of the storm. Captain Van der Decken stands resolute at the helm, his gaze steady and his spirit unyielding. It's as though he is an extension of the ship itself, a conductor guiding the vessel through the symphony of nature's forces. Oliver stands by his side, his senses heightened by the exhilarating experience. The wind tugs at his hair and clothes, carrying with it a sense of liberation. He watches in awe as the ship navigates the roiling skies, a testament to the captain's mastery over both his vessel and the elements. In this moment, the storm seems less a threat and more a testament to the captain's resilience and command. As the ship sails on, it becomes clear that they are not merely passengers of the storm, but active participants in its dance. The howling winds and crashing waves are not adversaries, but partners in a rhythmic waltz. The ship rides the crest of the storm with a fearless grace, the captain's laughter echoing through the tempest as if to challenge the very forces of nature. In the midst of the exhilarating ride through the storm, Oliver begins to grasp the captain's mastery over the winds. It becomes evident that Captain Van der Decken isn't merely navigating the tempest, he's harnessing its power to propel his ship toward a purpose. The winds themselves seem to respond to the captain's will, carrying the ship through the tumultuous skies with an almost symbiotic harmony. As they ascend through the billowing clouds, the world below fades into a sea of mist and mystery. The ship glides atop the swirling currents of air, and Oliver's heart races with a mixture of awe and exhilaration. It's a breathtaking spectacle, a dance of elements and emotions that defies ordinary reality. Yet, amid the splendor of the skies, another sight comes into view, a sinking ship, weather-beaten and battered, struggling against the ferocious waves. The sinking ship becomes a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the ocean, the same force that has ensnared the Flying Dutchman in its unending voyage. Turning his gaze back to Oliver, Captain Van der Decken's features reflect a deep sense of regret. "I wish I could intervene," he begins, his voice heavy with sorrow, "but the curse that binds my ship also binds me from offering aid to those who cross our path in the throes of a storm." He gestures toward the sinking ship. "The sea's grip is unrelenting, and the forces that shape our fates are beyond even my control." Captain Van der Decken's expression is somber. He leans in and begins to explain, his voice carrying a mixture of sadness and resignation. "It is said that any ship or soul that lays eyes upon this boat in the midst of a storm is cursed to meet a similar fate," he shares, his eyes fixed on the ship's distress. "A curse that binds them to the depths, an echo of the trials that have befallen my own vessel." Oliver listens to the captain's words, his heart heavy with empathy. He understands the weight of the captain's burden, the struggle between the desire to help and the grim reality of their circumstances. It's a reminder that even the most powerful of individuals can be bound by forces beyond their reckoning. Oliver's gaze follows the sinking ship, the gravity of the curse settling heavily upon his thoughts. The cruel symmetry of their encounter is a reminder that every story on the sea carries its own weight, its own share of trials and tribulations. It's a realization that tugs at his heart, a poignant reminder of the captain's own fate and the challenges they both face in their respective journeys. As they continue to watch the tragic scene unfold, the wind carries the echoes of the sinking ship's struggle, a haunting reminder of the dangers that await those who tread upon the sea's unpredictable path. As the sinking ship gradually disappears from view, carried beneath the churning waves, a sense of melancholy settles over the deck. The wind carries the echoes of their shared helplessness, a reminder that in the grand tapestry of existence, even the most extraordinary journeys are marked by moments of powerlessness and unyielding fate. As the sea breeze tousles his hair and the ship continues its graceful flight through the sky, Oliver's thoughts drift back to the watch in his possession. His fingers brush against the smooth surface of the watch, and he can't help but wonder about its capabilities. Could this device truly manipulate time, as it seemed to have done when he first arrived on the ship? Could it be the key to unlocking the answers he and the captain seek, the answers that could break their curses and alter the destinies that currently bind them? The idea takes root in Oliver's mind, growing like a seed of possibility. He envisions a world where disasters could be averted, where curses could be lifted, and where lives could be changed for the better. He imagines a reality where the watch becomes a beacon of hope, a tool to rewrite the fabric of existence itself. But even as his thoughts wander down this path, Oliver is reminded of the complexities and consequences of such power. He ponders the ethical dilemmas and the delicate balance that governs the universe. The potential for unintended repercussions looms large, and he understands that tampering with time is a weighty responsibility, one that must be approached with caution and respect for the intricate web of existence. As the ship sails on, carrying Oliver and the captain through the boundless sky, he continues to ponder the possibilities. The watch remains a mysterious artifact, a symbol of the unknown, and Oliver knows that the journey ahead will require him to delve deeper into its secrets, to understand its nature, and to make choices that could shape the destinies of not only himself and the captain, but also the entire universe. In the blink of an eye, a blinding white light envelops Oliver, momentarily disorienting his senses. The world around him seems to dissolve into brilliance, and for a fleeting moment, he feels weightless, suspended in a realm between reality and possibility. As swiftly as it appeared, the light begins to recede, gradually unveiling the familiar surroundings that he thought he had left behind. And just as he dared to imagine, when the luminescence dissipates entirely, he finds himself standing in the doorway of the inn once again. The transition is seamless, as if he had never left. The wooden door stands before him, the air carries the scent of the village, and the gentle rustling of leaves in the breeze creates a serene symphony. It's as if time itself has gracefully folded back upon itself, returning Oliver to the exact moment he had intended to venture out for some fresh air. As he stands there, his heart races with a mixture of wonder and curiosity. The experience of being transported through time and space, from the deck of the flying ship to this familiar threshold, is both exhilarating and surreal. Oliver's mind buzzes with questions, theories, and a thirst for understanding the mysteries that have woven themselves into his life. With a determined breath, Oliver steps out into the open air, the warmth of the sun embracing him like an old friend. His journey, it seems, is one of unexpected twists and turns, of surprises and revelations beyond his wildest imagination. Dear listeners, we leave Oliver for now, standing at the threshold of his next adventure. Be sure to join us for the next episode as we delve further into Oliver's quest, a quest that traverses not only lands and seas but also the very fabric of history and myth. Remember to like, subscribe, and keep an ear out for the next adventure of Oliver the Time Traveler. Until then, may your own journeys be as captivating as the tales we share. Thank you for listening, till the next one.